Hello and welcome to this special conversation. Today I'm being joined by Munish Sharda, MD and CEO of Future Generali Life Insurance, to talk about the new trend of products such as the EMI protection and salary replacement covers that are being launched in the insurance industry. Thanks very much, Munish, for joining me today on the show. So I want to start by asking you that we're seeing an emergence of this new trend of protection plans that the industry is launching. So, and you've also launched something similar. What I want to understand is why now? What's the reason that the industry is moving towards such niche products at this point in time?
We think that protection sales will start increasing very rapidly in the next few years' time. As the awareness is increasing, there is a need felt for having an income replacement plans as well. The product that the customer buys has to speak to the need that you have. Now, you may not need all the money in one go. Is something that the consumer is also worried about.
Okay.
So we felt that need, and we designed a product which pays consumer or pays the nominee a fixed income post death of the family earner on a monthly basis for age till age 60 or 10 years after that, whichever is lower. So we've seen emergence of these products. There are various variants that are coming. In fact, many companies across the globe, they give their employees benefits of this fixed income or salary protection. Somebody like Google, for instance, if you're a Google employee, and if death happens in a particular year, they secure your salary, last drawn salary for next 10 years.
Okay.
So I wouldn't say that one should not buy lump sum or one should buy only income protection products. I think it's a mix of both, and one has to look at one's need.
So essentially, this puts a whole new spin on buying protection covers. How should one really go about approaching their insurance planning given these new products?
For somebody to plan, you have to see you have to take a look at your entire set of investments or assets that you have. You look at how much income you're earning. You have to look at how much money your family may need in future, because the income will keep going up, which is where most people actually fail to predict or fail to, because when I bought my first policy in 2001, insurance policy in 2001, I thought if I get 25 lakh rupees for my daughter's education, it will be possibly good enough. But it is not good enough, because when I went to IIM, I spent 50,000 rupees a year. Today, when you go to IIM, you spend 10 lakh rupees a year. So the cost has increased 20 times. So you have to keep your future costs in mind before you buy insurance. And the right time to buy is when you're young.
So given the fact that these are extremely niche segment products and the fact that insurance penetration itself in India is extremely low, what's the kind of potential that you see for such segments and such niche products going forward?
So first of all, at a segment level, at a protection segment level, I'd see we are seeing a trend that the protection sales is actually going up every year. Even if you look at an aggregation of all the Asian markets, the protection sale is actually increasing. It's predicted to increase from 20-25% annually to about 40% of total sales of insurance in year 2020, and it's increasing at that pace. So we see protection sales to substantially increase in the country. Now, within this, there is a specific set of consumers, maybe a salaried guy, maybe somebody on a fixed income basis who earns. We see an increasing demand of these products from investors. If you go out and if you look at especially people in IT companies, we are getting demand from IT companies saying, even if you're selling us a group platform product where you cover a large number of employees, even they are asking us to give them an income protection product because it actually is a solution for the client.
So you've explained to us how the product really works. Take us through what's the kind of cost for these products and what are the exclusions that one should really be aware about?
Like I said, if you are a 30-year-old male, monthly income $50,000, premium will be in the range of 5,000-6,000 inclusive of service tax. That's the cost. Exclusions are not too many. I mean, it's just that when you buy a life protection product, it's very important for you to make all the disclosures, medical disclosures appropriately. You should not hold back any information from the insurer. If you're a smoker, if you have any ailment in the past, etc., you should just declare those. And apart from that, I don't think there's any need for any specific set of exclusions or declarations.
And how do you think these products compare to global standards and the global market for such segments?
My personal opinion is I think India is slightly ahead of the game in terms of product innovation. In terms of protection sales as a percentage of total, we are far behind. If you look at the numbers, India's, if US is, let's say 150% of GDP is total sum assured, India will be 75-80%. So potential remains huge in the market. Awareness is going up. India is a young country. Education levels are rising. I think it's going to multiply many times in the next few years.
And finally, any targets as far as Future Generali Life Insurance is concerned, and what are the kind of innovations that you would be looking at going forward?
We believe in absolute simplicity for our clients. We also are working on solutions which makes it extremely simple for us to sell a product to consumer, which is understood by the customer without making an effort over the counter. Right. So we are trying to design protection products and which can be sold over the counter to consumer in a big bazaar store. Right. So doing a need analysis for the consumer, selling him the right level of protection for his needs, etc., is something which is in our DNA. So we see huge potential, and I think if we get about 20% of sales on protection of our total sales, I think that will be a very good number to gun for.
All right, Munish, we'll leave it there. Thank you so much for joining in.
Thank you.